Welcome to another episode of Riff U, where I show you how to play a great guitar riff. This riff was a request from one of my subscribers. In this episode, I'm going to be showing you how to play the guitar riff for Little Fighter by White Lion. There's a lot of really cool guitar parts in this song, including a spectacular guitar solo. I'm just going to be showing you how to play one of those parts. The guitar player in White Lion is a guy named Vito Bratta. There was a lot of talk that he might be the next Eddie Van Halen, which I think is stupid because only Eddie can be Eddie, but I do get what they were saying. He had the ability to write really catchy, complicated guitar parts with killer guitar solos. He's an incredibly gifted guitar player. Vito played on 4 studio albums for White Lion, and then the band broke up. There are more pictures and information about Bigfoot on the internet than Vito Bratta. What I'm saying is he's a very elusive creature. We were very lucky to catch a glimpse of his guitar genius for a couple years. Little Fighter is on White Lion's 1989 album, Big Game. Now let's take a look at how to play the guitar riff. So the first thing we need to talk about with this guitar riff is that the tuning is weird. You have to tune up a whole step, which I don't know any other song that you have to do that. So when I did the recording in the very beginning, what I did is I used a Neural DSP plugin that had a transpose button, and I just transposed it up a whole step. So whether you think it's cheating or not, it was easy to do. That way I didn't have to get out of standard tuning. I'm going to show you how to play the guitar riff in standard tuning so you don't have to go out of your way to tune up a whole step. And then I will show you a really quick, easy way that you can just throw a capo on and play the riff very quickly and easily without having to detune your guitar. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look here. As you can see by looking at the tab above that it's almost all... It's actually, I think it is all 8th notes. So, it's at 135 BPM, so it is kind of fast, but everything is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So my advice is learn the first 2 measures, and then looks like you just basically do that 3 times. All right, so in the first measure, what you're going to do is all the open E's are going to be palm muted, and then the other notes are not. So the first measure goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and if you speed it up, it's a little tricky to play the open A and then immediately go back to the 6th string. But so the first measure again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Want the guitar tab for this riff plus 200 more? Check out my online course, Guitarmy Riff Factory. Access it anytime from your computer, tablet, or phone. It's a fast and fun way to master guitar riffs, impress your friends, and gain confidence. Use coupon code RIFF50 at checkout for 50% off. The second measure goes... So what he's doing here, you have a quarter step or half step bend here on the 6th string 4th fret. I don't think it matters too much. If you listen to the actual recording, he does almost a little bit of a pinch harmonic. I found that kind of hard to consistently do it every time. I don't think he does, but he pinches it a little bit. It's like a little mini pinch. It's not kind of overdone, but it is there a little bit. But honestly, whether you pinch it or not, it doesn't really matter because it's pretty fast. Like that was not pinched, and now I will try to pinch it. Like that just had a little bit of a pinch there. Because when I did this riff as a short, some people were like, "You're not pinching it like he does in the audio." All right, in the third measure, we're going to go, it basically repeats measures 1 and 2. And then measures 5 and 6 are the same as 1 and 2. You basically play that same pattern 3 times in a row. So measure 5 goes... And then the last measure is actually a little tricky. It shouldn't be, but up to speed, it's a little weird. So that measure goes... And you think, well, how is that weird? There's something weird about having to do that open, and then the bend on 4, that G sharp, right before that A. Just up the tempo, it's a little strange to get like super clean. So my advice is just play the last measure nice and slow and practice it a little. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play through the riff slowly if you want to go ahead and play along with me. Here we go. 3, 4. Not too bad, right? It's pretty easy. Basically, you're playing kind of a walking line going, all while putting those open palm mutes in between. All right, now I had mentioned about how you can very quickly and easily play this along with the recording, and that is to grab a capo. I have my Shub capo here. I'm gonna just, all you have to do is put it on the 2nd fret, and then when you play it, then it will be in the correct pitch, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's a very quick way to do it. So you, so that is the actual the actual key, the tuning of the song. Now, you wouldn't be able to keep this on. This is just good for playing this riff. To play the rest of the song, you would have to get rid of this because there's a lot of open strings. So to be in the correct tuning, you would have to take this off and then tune your guitar up a half a step. But for a really quick fix, to be in standard tuning, just throw the capo on there, and that allows you to quickly go ahead and play along with the recording. So that is how you play this guitar riff for Little Fighter by White Lion. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you had a blast learning this riff. If you enjoyed this lesson, be sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so that you never miss a new one. And drop a comment. What riff should I teach next? I'd love to hear your suggestions. See you in the next video, and keep rocking.